If you were growing up with Roblox, you can't tell me that you haven't done this. You play Roblox, and for some reason, you suddenly get reminded of the old times when you used to play Roblox. And then, out of pure nostalgia, you tried searching up for a game that you used to play in your childhood, only for it maybe to be dead, or maybe to live on with new updates, or maybe just it's still being alive without any updates for somehow. Now this is a very weird video to make, because nostalgia is very different kinda. Because, I grew up with like 2017, 2018, 2019 nostalgia of Roblox, while you maybe grew up with 2013 nostalgia of Roblox, or 2015, and maybe, the games I will be showing aren't nostalgic to you at all because you're maybe way older or way younger to me. But I just wanted to revisit some that I personally found to be classics, but I wanted to check if they're still alive or not. So in this video, I'm going to be showing 3 separate games and checking out if they're dead or alive. One of them is going to be a dead game, one of them is going to be a game that somehow still lives on without any updates, and the third game is going to be a game that still keeps itself afloat. So the first server I joined was sadly empty. But the second one luckily wasn't empty. Also, I think you can also guess what this game is if you have played it before. It is called Obstacle Paradise, just like how it says up there. I don't think you can really read it, but I used to play it back then and I have pretty good memories with it. Not the most nostalgic one, but it's pretty cool. One thing about this game that is pretty wholesome though is that I back then remembered that the first time when I watched Albert, which my friend showed me Flamingo's channel, I watched it and he played this game and we both laughed that he raged. Back to my footage though, I played some very boring lobbies and I somehow always screwed up. Then I saw a troll lobby and it kind of reminded me that was the thing that everybody did. Everybody did troll lobbies. Or these scams of oh yeah, you'll get a lot of Robux if you beat this obby. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It's kind of sad seeing this game die out and only having 16 players, which really surprised me when looking at this game and I only saw the player count at 16. Yeah, pretty tragic, but of course this happens to a game that has no updates. And it should probably happen to a lot of games that have no update. Also something that really bugged me, which I'm grateful for that a lot of Roblox games have this nowadays, shift lock for mobile. Jesus Christ, this sucks. I was really bad at obbies without shift lock. Yeah, and I have no shift lock in this game. So I was really bad, and this goddamn noob could get in front of me who probably started playing Roblox yesterday. Yeah, anyways, I don't think there's much to discuss about this game. I guess a lot of people have probably moved on from this game, grew up, and started playing some shit like Obby Creator. If you don't know Obby Creator, it's basically the game but a bit more complex. But for the bit more complexity in a trade, for a lot of more fun, a lot of more creativity, you can do so much more in Obby Creator. And just like in Build a Boat with Obby Creator, rather they're not doing obbies, they're just doing all the other shit, all the other imaginable stuff. So yeah, let's move on. Prison Life, a classic Roblox game. I was pretty excited to join this game because this game also has a bit of nostalgia for me to it, but something very special about this game to me was always that I think it was the first or second game that I played, and I think I even played it in a hotel somewhere in Thailand and somewhere where I also had a guest account, because I remember it being very laggy and I had the guest costume on. So I join and I am a police officer because I just want to look around and explore. and how the game now is nowadays, and I immediately got shot in the head by some rude jackass. But anyways, after we decide to try and hunt down the son of a bitch, I looked around and in confusion that nothing changed, and literally the game has received no updates and there's still so many concurrent players. After that, I wanted to go outside at least and look how the outside is looking like, because I remember it being very soulless the last time I played it, which was like 3 years ago, and I couldn't because it was way too dark outside, so I waited until the next morning. Also, I went AFK and washed my face. When I came back, it was breakfast time, and I thought, okay, I'll go and see what's outside. And then I found this person that I was searching for, and I could get him really easily. I don't know why he was such an easy target for some reason. But anyways, when I was outside, I realized, well, it was pretty soulless, just like I expected it. In comparison, Jailbreak isn't. I still got a bit of nostalgia. You can see me looking around, kind of looking at the blue, at the police car station thing, at the weird wire station, at the weird, you know, where people escape. It's just all a bit nostalgic to me. And then my dumbass tried climbing up the wall, even though I'm a police officer and I have a key card, and I could just go through the fucking door like a normal person. I think there is nothing more to say, and of course this is the game with no updates in a lot of years, no real updates in a lot of years, and this is also the game with still a good player base, even though this game has, from all the games in this video, has the most amount of hackers in them that just can kill you. And I don't get how people with this amount of hackers in them, exploiters, can just normally chill and play this game. Murder mystery, a lot of updates, actually not a lot, but I feel like pretty much consistent updates, I guess, and fuck ton of players, 100,000 of players that are just playing murder mystery. What was the ultimate recipe for this game that made it blow up so hard for like nowadays 100,000 players, 2024? Well, just old age. If it would have been released nowadays, I feel like maybe 100 to 5,000 player peak, you know. But let's get into my matches. The first match I was sheriff, and the second one I was murderer. And no, I didn't cut anything out. That was how my first two matches were going. Alright, that was my chance. Sheriff. I never was sheriff. I was always innocent. I hated that I was always innocent. I was never murderer, I was never sheriff. This is my time to shine. I think I crashed when I was in the middle of the footage with the sheriff, so you sadly won't, you know, see how I win. Obviously, if you couldn't tell by the footage, if it was too fast or something, I shot the wrong person and I died, and the hero won. So, you know, I screwed up my first round, but the second round as a murderer was pretty promising. I didn't win, but I eliminated a few people, and you know, the timer just ran out. So I'm pretty fine with that round. So the first time in, I think, 4 years navigating this game, I became sheriff then murderer, which was pretty sick. And I really didn't want to kill anybody at first because I wasn't sure if it's like Among Us where I have to be more sneaky, or if I could just go on to a rampage massacre mode. I think because of the fact that I didn't kill anybody for the first solid minute, I think that was the reason why the innocent won. I don't know if I can say way more in this game than I would wanna, but honestly, still pretty fun game. You can roll for skins, but you know, you can also get like skills and new abilities, which is pretty sick. I think this game is still pretty fun and you should give it a try, honestly. Like, for example, Breaking Point has the same thing where, like, you know, you can revisit it if you once played it and now you didn't, I guess, or now you don't. So you should give it a shot. That was pretty much it. Subscribe.